Thanks for joining us for Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. Today we talk tax matters, important matters to you and important to the country. We have with us Communications Officer Leighton Beckles. He will tell us about the assistance that Tax Administration Jamaica is willing and quite able to give you to make your tax returns and to make you tax compliant. We thank you for your company. Leighton, good to have you on the show.
It's good to be back.
Yes, there is a lot that you're prepared to do for taxpayers to make their experience with Tax Administration Jamaica a seamless one. And you have a whole series of sessions that will be done to help taxpayers fill out the SO4 form. You will tell us what that is about.
Right.
Tell us about this thrust. And
well,
what is involved.
as you know, we are in tax season now. Tax season culminates pretty much at the end of March. But tax day is March 15th, which is the day for persons to file their annual income tax returns. Small business persons and self-employed individuals. That's the deadline, March 15. Now, with this, what comes is that the tax administration is making sure that we can assist persons to get ready for the filing of their returns. We like to say that tax season we want to make it as hassle-free for our clientele as possible. So we have a little over 100 sessions right across the island, and persons may visit our website, jamaicatax.gov.jm, to access the schedule, or they can call into our tax helpline. That's 1-888-TAX-HELP. And persons can visit to see what the schedule is like. And at these sessions, where they are conducted by the various tax offices, respective tax offices in the respective parishes, persons will be able, business persons and predominantly small business persons, will be able to go in to get assistance to file their income tax returns, to file their annual returns for self-employed persons, and to file their, which is the SO4, the new SO4 that you've spoken about, as well as to file their annual returns for employers. So persons will be able to get the assistance free of cost for us to, our tax professionals, to sit down and to help them with the preparation of these forms. Because we do feel that tax is everybody's business, and we do strongly feel that it is something that should be hassle-free for all taxpayers. So we're encouraging persons to come out, be a part of the sessions, go into your local tax office and just ask about it. And we will tell you how you can get the assistance.
So small business persons who might be thinking that the cost for accounting services might be prohibitive, they can come to you and you will give those services free.
Right. We'll actually provide those services free. And these sessions, we kicked off the majority of the sessions a little earlier this week. And one of the things that it actually runs right up until March 31. So
until March 31?
March 31. So persons will have that support. Mind you, we do provide those support services beyond, but the intensity, the increased activity is for this period, and it's to ensure that persons are able to pay their fair share and pay it on time, and not have to worry about the hassles that come with the tax preparations of their returns.
Are there some changes to the SO4 form? Are there some changes in the whole tax system? In other words, would people who are accustomed to making their filings in a particular way, would they need to be updated this year?
Right. In particular for the self-employed persons, we're through a partnership of the Tax Administration Jamaica National Insurance Scheme, the National Housing Trust and Hard Trust NTA, led by the Ministry of Finance and Planning. We've consolidated their annual declarations. Now, what obtained before is that self-employed persons would have had to go to several different agencies to file their annual returns. Now, this return has been consolidated. So persons use one place, one form, one payment. And these returns can be submitted at any tax office across the island. No, it is a new return, Ian. And we are providing the kind of support for persons at our special taxpayer assistance sessions or STAP sessions to understand how this new return works, to understand how it is they prepare it for submission for filing. So that is also offered at the sessions that are taking place across the island for these persons.
Tax Administration Jamaica has been increasing its efficiency, increasing the level of customer service that it gives. And when we come back from our break, Leighton Beckles will tell us about what some of these initiatives have been.
Longing for flexible work hours? Well, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security is ready to give you just that through its new flexi-time arrangement. This means both you and your employer can arrange the traditional 40-hour work week in a way that best suits your needs and that of the organization to which you are employed. So expect a shorter work week, more family or business time, more jobs through part-time work opportunities, reduced traffic during peak hours, improved customer service due to varied opening hours, reduced absenteeism, and much more. So come on, balance work, balance life with flexi-time.
Welcome back. Communications Officer at Tax Administration Jamaica, Leighton Beckles, is our guest. We're talking tax matters, matters that are important to you. Leighton, there have been a number of efficiency enhancement initiatives, measures at Tax Administration Jamaica. Tell us about some of those, some of the more significant ones.
I'm happy to touch this point, Ian, because in our circles within Tax Administration Jamaica, we've been saying we're continuing to change the way we do business, and we're working harder together to serve our taxpaying public even better. Now, a couple of the main initiatives that have taken place, we have recently introduced our enterprise web portal. And what is the Enterprise Web Portal? Well, it simply is a single point of entry to access TAJ's web services. By TAJ's web services, I mean our property tax query. You can do that online through a single point of entry. You're able to file and pay your returns through a single point of entry. And you're able to simply browse and get tax information or download forms through that single point of entry. So we've brought together several points where persons would have had to go to several different websites to either pay their taxes or to get information or even to query their property taxes. We've brought that together. So it's a new look, it's a new feel, and we've enhanced how persons will interact with Tax Administration Jamaica online. So we're encouraging persons, it's the same address, so it's very easy to find. Nothing has changed in terms of the address. But what has changed is the look of Tax Administration Jamaica's online presence and how persons will be able to interact with our services in a user-friendly, easy, nice way. Another one of the initiatives that is coming, and that comes on February 9, is the introduction of the Revenue Administration Information System, or RAIS. Now, what RAIS does, it brings together several of our tax systems that we use to monitor taxpayers' accounts, collect revenue, and that allows us on the back end to become even more efficient with our workflow. So this system is intuitive, and it monitors the workflow of especially our auditors and our compliance and enforcement personnel. So it makes us more efficient on the back end. Now on the front end, what the taxpayers experience is that they will be able to interact with their tax information in a way that they would never have been able to do before.
Tell us what we'll be able to do.
They are able to put in for payment arrangements online. They're able to file for GCT refunds online. They're able to, Tax Administration Jamaica is able to communicate with the taxpayer and vice versa through confidential, highly secure messages to give them status reports on their account. Maybe there is a return that wasn't filed properly. Maybe there is something that is coming up a due date. So it gives us a way of interacting with our clients and our clients to interact with us in a brand new way, in a way that makes it so much easier to do business And this system will be a part of the enterprise portal. It dovetails into that. And it is going to enhance the way persons do business with us. So we're changing the way we do business to make sure that we continue to serve our taxpayers even better. And this continues to hold up the mandate of Tax Administration Jamaica to make our services, to make the interaction and the experiences with us one that is customer focused and customer centered. So we have quite a few things going on.
You talk about this customer focused emphasis. Does it apply to delinquent taxpayers? Delinquent taxpayers see themselves as being at odds with Tax Administration Jamaica. You are saying that needn't be so.
Right. And
we should work together.
If we work together.
To resolve the issues.
I'm particularly happy that you touched on this point. The tax authority believes in voluntary compliance. And through voluntary compliance, we're giving persons information, we're providing them with the necessary know-how and training to be able to understand how their tax system works and to be able to file their returns on time. We're also allowing persons, we're providing services for persons to interact with us in a much easier way. And we make sure that we do that because voluntary compliance is something that we strongly believe in. Now, for taxpayers who are delinquent, and I dare to say chronically delinquent, there is a particular way in which Tax Administration Jamaica treats with that. Persons who are chronically delinquent will face strong enforcement action, and persons would have seen some of the enforcement activities, strong enforcement activities that the tax administration has been carrying out. But I will also reinforce this to say
it comes as a result of a process.
Comes as a result of a process. It comes as the result of several layers. So this would have been a case where the taxpayer would not have interacted with Tax Administration Jamaica at all. And I stress this to say that we're asking taxpayers, come in, talk to us. Let's work on this together. We understand the preoccupations out there. We understand the dilemmas that occupy the boardrooms, the offices. So come in, talk to us, let us know how best, what your situation is. And we'll find a way to work on it together, but communicate with us. Let us know what is happening. Because when the enforcement action does come, it comes swift and it comes strongly because we also do have a mandate to protect the revenue of the government.
But you're urging anyone who is behind to come in and talk to you.
Of course.
And those who want to keep from being behind, you have a slew of services that you have to help them.
Of course.
Thank you for your information, as usual. Leighton Beckles, Communications Officer at Tax Administration Jamaica. We thank you for being with us for another Issues and Answers. Next week we'll be back. Until then, Ian Bourne wishing you a pleasant day.